This is the way the world ends, not with a bang, but a whimper. And I feel like that's how Trump leaves this planet, not with a bang, but with a whimper. I'd love you to read on whether Trump will try to or successfully leave the country. All right, let's look at this one more time. Right, will he try? I don't think that a successful plan B will be enacted at this time. Is it a plan B? Yes. I get the recovery card here, the Four of Swords, recovering from illness, but in this case, I think it's recovering from a disastrous campaign to try to maintain power. He has too many secrets, especially secrets around women. I do think this could be related to some activity with young people that may have come out about him. I definitely get some secrets. He just wants to remain a secret. Here's the Fool card, dreaming of those possibilities, the new beginning. I can go to this place and it will be okay. Look how you see it in the picture. It's like, there it is. I could just go there and everything will be okay. But the reality is that Page of Cups card, that neediness, that need to be adored, that need to be loved is his Achilles heel. And if he does have a chance to flee, he won't take it because he is going to gamble because woohoo, he's losing it. He's going to gamble that people will love him and will elect him almost to the very end. He is in some sort of delusion. And I get a woman here, the Queen of Swords. She's enacting her revenge. Maybe this represents all women he has ever wronged. It could be a female judge, but the Hangman, he will be prosecuted. She, or women in general, are coming for him. He's going to get strung up in some way, figuratively. He's not going to escape his fate. He is going to have to pay for what he did in some way with these cards. And it's all because he doesn't enact Plan B. He stays because he believes people love and adore him, which just goes to show you that he is really losing it. I think Trump is really losing his mind. I really do. It's just not all flowing like it used to up there. Do you see a major health event for 45? He seems to be losing his marbles. Yes, that's what I saw. Yes, he does seem to be losing his marbles. Let's see if he is going to experience a health event. I'm not getting a specific event. Like we wake up and for entertainment purposes only, Donald Trump is unalived in some way, suddenly or traumatically. I'm not seeing like an event, but I am getting this sort of slow decline into nothingness. It's very weird. I'm getting that quote from The Hollow Man by T.S. Eliot. This is the way the world ends. This is the way the world ends. This is the way the world ends, not with a bang, but a whimper. And I feel like that's how Trump leaves this planet, not with a bang, but with a whimper. And that's sort of what I'm seeing in the cards as far as his health. I think right now, what I'm getting here with the Two of Swords reversed, all the truth is being exposed. There's lies, lies, lies about his health to try to cover things up. They've been just covering things up. But now truth is being told. I think we're seeing that he's not well. We can see it with our own eyes. We hear it when he speaks. He is completely corrupted by money. Health-wise, when I get pentacles, it can have something to do with the blood and being stuck. Things may not be flowing through his bloodstream. Normally, it could be blockages. But right now, he is holding his own as far as his health. I think right now, because I do get the Queen of Swords, here's that justice coming on him again, enacting revenge. There is the Eight of Wands reverse, a lack of energy, a stoppage in his energy, stoppage. Some of the things that I'm getting here have to do with substances for entertainment purposes only, substances you would take in order to get energy moving, to get the blood moving, adrenaline, to get things going. Substances may have affected him in some way, and he's in danger of a stoppage or a block. All of a sudden, he's not here anymore because of this. This could happen. And mostly I'm getting Six of Cups. It's like a reverting back to the past, to his glory days. A lot of nostalgia here. Remember when they loved me? Remember when I was president and they loved me? Remember when I was the greatest person in all the world? The glory days. His mind is reverting back to that. It's like he's having some sort of mental breakdown. The power is gone and there's nothing left but darkness, blackness. He is unable to have an epiphany. This would be the sudden major health event, but it's reversed. It's like little things that are eating at him, little things that are making him deteriorate. So I'm going back to that quote they're saying with the hollow men. This is the way Trump ends. We'll say that. Not with a bang, but with a whimper. So yes, some kind of a situation might arise in which Donald Trump's health may take him out of the race. Let's just say that. I think I can definitely see that. I'm just not seeing a dramatic thing at this time. I feel like it would be something small, things that are accumulating that may possibly take him out. I've said that from the very beginning. I do feel like it's really possible that his health is going to take him out of this race. Can you read on the health of Tim Walz from now until the election? Yeah, I'm curious about this one myself. I wasn't getting a super clear answer here, which is a little concerning to me. But I'm not getting anything that would indicate that his health would be a huge issue between now and the election. I do get my King of Pentacles reversed, which usually means a lover of fine foods, rich foods, someone who likes food and drink. This can be overeating and digestive issues and an overall reduced energy. Okay, when I get this in reversal. But, and I should show these two cards together, he has a strong marriage. And I do get that his wife feels very frustrated with him sometimes with this Queen of Wands reverse. Like, come on, let's get it together. You got to watch your diet. You got to watch your exercise, all of that. They're saying here with these cards that, you know, he's going in the right direction, or he's going to try to between now and the election, but the drunken sailor, I could take this two ways. First of all, he's got to stay away from any kind of alcohol. But the other way to read this is you're all over the place. If you're like a drunken sailor, you're like ups and downs, falling, all of that kind of stuff. And I don't mean that in a literal sense. I think as far as his health, he's going to have these ups and downs. Like times he's on the right track and times he isn't on the right track. And that might be because of the stress of the election. He might be a stress eater, that type of thing. So he has to move toward the road to healing with the hot springs. As you can see, those cards are pointing to some issues with his health, but more like people are trying to get him on the right track. People are trying to get him to be consistent. This card right here is he has to look to the future. He might not be looking to the future like he should. Like, you're in this future. You're an important part of this future. You know, you could be one of the most important and most powerful people in the world with Kamala. So you have to pull this together. And that's what I'm getting, but they're not showing me he would be taken out because of a health event. It's more like a warning, like he needs to get his diet under control, his diet and exercise. That's what I'm getting most of all. Good morning.
Buenos días.
So just wondering if the Democrats have a plan for the electorates who will refuse to certify Kamala's presidency. All right, let's see if they have a plan for that. I'm not sure how this would go down. I'm not seeing anything illegal, but I do get a promise of something financial here. I know that's crazy, but it's true. And so I think that's part of their plan. Part one is to make sure that these electorates know that by certifying the election, there are material rewards related to that. It's not a bribe, like something illegal. It feels more like, oh, in your state, if you're on board with us, this is what we can do for your state. This is what we can do for business and so forth. Because I get, going back to home, where these people are coming from, releasing their restrictions, okay? And here's the money with the Nine of Pentacles. This is about safety and security and releasing burdens for safety and security. It's like making sure in a political sense that these people know that by going along and doing the right thing, that they will be rewarded with more financial security, and that some of the burdens that they have been feeling from their party, we can reduce that for you. Okay, so this feels like something political. And that's reiterated in the deck of characters, that the Democrats see the maze, right? They see the political aspect of refusing to certify Kamala's presidency. And here we have gifts of the gold coins. Look what we can do. The money is on our side. The support, financial support's on our side. If you don't certify this election, you don't take part in this. There is some sort of financial gain. That's part of their plan. I feel like in a political sense, these are the deals that go on behind the scenes for people's towns and districts and states. And there seems to be some sort of a negotiation here. And then there's just the plan of winning big. So, because here to me, when I get the confetti, I call this my confetti card. I think a celebration, and I got women here. Women are celebrating. They are very grounded because of blue, right? We are grounded in blue. They feel very confident with the celebration of this woman, of Kamala, and women are celebrating all over that they are grounded. They know they're going to win, and they feel like we're going to win big. That's part of their plan. We're not just going to win, we're going to win big, and we're going to make it. So these electorates who refuse to certify are just going to look ridiculous. And then we're strong arming them and saying, well, if you're not going along with the people have voted for, you are not going to partake in the gifts and financial rewards that come from that. By having a stable financial government, because money talks. This is America. I feel like that's their plan. Yes, they have a plan. I feel like they're already working the political aspect of this as I speak. Will the Republicans succeed in delaying the peaceful transfer of power for Kamala? Let's see. No, I don't think they're going to succeed in delaying things. I kind of saw that before. I think last week we asked if the inauguration would go as planned, and I wasn't getting a delayed, like beyond January inauguration. So I think that she's going to be sworn in the correct time frame. What I'm getting here is the hangman. I mean, they're going to be punished for their secrets. Here's the woman. And women in general. Look at this. The Queen of Swords is reversed. So I have her near the High Priestess. Women have spoken. Women have enacted their revenge. I mean, this is it. And we have this sense of, okay, the hangman, they know they're going down now. They know they're going down. If they try to flip the script, they know women are coming after them. They know the people are coming after them. Kamala is coming after them. The women in this country are coming after them. It's over.
It's game over.
Seven of Swords is here in the ending. The truth is coming out. The secrets are coming out. Their shenanigans are coming out. So there's probably a lot of information that's coming out before the election and after. This whole trying to steal the election thing, I mean, this has been done before. And the people aren't buying it. Everything has been revealed. All the tricks are being revealed. Nobody is going along with this. You've got the Eight of Wands. That's a third party stoppage or third party interference when I get a reversal like this. So there is someone stopping the Republicans. This could be a third party. This could be the justice system, for example. Maybe the third party stoppage could be the people themselves. This can also be a card for protest for me. It could be like a little bit of a delay here that they tried, but it's revealed. That's what the shenanigans are revealed. It's like, I can't get away with it, even though I may have had that plan. And then I got justice against them. So if it goes to the courts, if they try to delay it and they try to say X, Y, and Z, by the time it gets to the courts are actually going to go in the people's favor. And honestly, I think it's because they know that it's over. If they go in the opposite way, it's like there's too many people. Like I'm really getting the feeling that they're going to win big. It's kind of like my election video, my November video for 2024. It just felt like they were surprised at how many people came out, how many people are going to vote. Like I do feel this is going to be overwhelming, like not what they expected. So I still think that Kamala is going to be sworn in at the appropriate time. What does the economy look like at the end of Kamala's term? Let's take a look. Even though I see a happy outcome with DT not being president, the economy, it looks like there are things going on in the world during Kamala's term or even in our own country that aren't necessarily positive. I feel like the economy is a little shaky, to be honest, by the end of her term. I don't feel like it's because of her policies, but I do feel like there's some things that have gone on that we're really struggling economically as a country, going through a real transition. And they're pointing to some issues here. So I'm just going to say it, and then hopefully things will change. We're looking really far out. So as you know, energy can change. This is where we're going now. But you've got the King of Cups is reversed. What I'm getting for this in a financial sense, this is my card for embezzlement and like stealing money. And when we're looking at the United States government, this could represent, as we are uncovering the shenanigans, so to speak, that you may be finding money that was taken from the American people. Okay. And this is significant. This is something that really affects our economy. Then I'm getting the Hermit Reverse, which is my card for poverty. There are a lot of people who are really at that point where they can say, I'm in poverty. There's a problem with the working poor here and money that was taken from them. So maybe this is part of the inflation thing. This might be price gouging, that type of thing. I get that the train, Kamala's economic train, is a little dodgy. I think it's not moving towards success. It's slowing down a bit. So maybe this is a metaphor for the economy is slowing its growth a little bit. And I'm getting courts. I'm getting legal issues. I'm getting tensions. I'm getting conflicts, little fires that are popping up in the United States. So this energy, this far right energy doesn't go away just because Kamala and Walz are in the power seat. There is going to be a lot of fights. I mean, just look at, for example, Florida saying, no, we don't want the government money that will give kids free lunch. No, you keep it. We're good. Like, who does that? It's going to be stuff like that. Just because we allocate programs to help with poverty and to get things back on track doesn't mean that these states are just going to change overnight. They're going to be fighting it tooth and nail. They're going to be fighting the progress because they want to switch the script. They want to control the narrative. See, I told you the Dems weren't good for the economy. So there's going to be a lot of that, a lot of these political fires. And I get an economy that's slowing down. And the help is not getting to the people who really need it. And I asked for some more information, and I got a couple of things that concern me, problems that might arise in Kamala's term, besides the little political skirmishes that may affect the economy. With my tornado card, I actually think climate change and storms are really going to be a headache in her term, really going to affect a lot of people and big enough that it affects the economy. I'm getting fuel for the fires. I think fires, again, that kind of goes along with the environment, are also going to have a huge impact on the economy. The swamp, the corruption, right, in Washington, the dark money. And it's on both sides, as we have seen from the Democratic donors who ousted Biden. There's a lot of money that are making decisions in Washington. The swamp is still there. Kamala has to deal with the swamp, and that's slowing things down. And then I get something that's a little concerning to me, and that's the Grim Reaper. Because what I'm feeling here is very plague-like what we went through with COVID. So I don't know if there's another virus or another situation that arises that affects the workforce, or if what they're saying here as the recovery from COVID is something that is still an issue. Got the dark card when I asked for more information. So there really could be something health-wise that we might be fighting again. And I did pull the chaos card. They're going to be trying to throw a wrench, meaning the other side, in any way to make Kamala's economy under her watch look bad. I would say overall, we're going to have a lot of economic challenges. I feel there will be a lot of programs because I definitely got poverty and sort of like a war on poverty kind of feeling. But I also got a lot of conflicts and resistance to the help that was being offered. I mean, that's probably why I pulled this chaos. We got to watch out for all these things. Climate change is going to throw a wrench. Possible viruses and health issues. It's all there. It's one big giant ball of bleh. All I can say is Kamala's going to have a lot of work to do. And we all need to help her, right? This is far out. They're showing me far out. This is where the energy is going now. That doesn't mean that's where the energy is going to go completely, because we know things can change. So let's make sure we're praying for the best economy possible. I know that we can weather any storm, literally or figuratively. Will Pete Buttigieg ever become president? All right, let's check. This is yet unwritten. It really is. This is what they're saying. Right now, Pete is a knight. He's not a king yet. He has some battles to move forward with in his life. He has some things that he needs to stand up for. Okay, this is standing up and being one with your power. There are battles yet to be had for Pete before he's ready for the presidency. Right now in his life, he's very stressed. There's a lot going on. I think this has something to do with raising children. My Queen of Pentacle cards, the very nurturing card. I think they're showing me this because this card to me means someone who is having a hard time managing. And when I have this with the stress and burdens and having a hard time managing, and then the underlining meaning of child rearing and making sure everybody's okay, I feel like at this time in his life, he's not ready to take on that role. I think his family and raising those children are very important. He's already got more than he can handle right now, and he needs to focus on that right now. Then I asked the deck of characters again, will he ever be president? And this is what they're saying, the poet. He's such an eloquent speaker. Here's the ghost card. He is divinely inspired. All right, so when he speaks, he is divinely inspired by spirit. He could be president. They say he has to lasso that. He has to want it. He's got to grab for it. He has to do that. And here's the wrestling ring. And there's going to be conflicts and fights that he has to go through. Like they said, battles that are yet to be waged politically and otherwise in his life. And he's going to want it. He's going to want to fight for it. He's going to want to grab it with that lasso. So he has the goods and he could be president. But right now they're saying the way the energy is going, this is not the right time for Pete. This is because of what's going on in Pete's life. And if Pete wants to go for president, he has to make that decision. And maybe the reason I'm not seeing it is because he hasn't made that decision. So I'd have to say right now, I am not seeing Pete as president because he hasn't chosen it yet. I thought this question was interesting. This is our final question. And I thought this would be a really cool question to end with. Did 45 and Biden have a past life together? What was their contract for this lifetime? And did they complete the contract? Really interesting. I'm going to check this out. Here's the story that I got. First card is the Lovers. That's a contract. They did have a contract. It's interesting because you asked if they had a past life together. I don't think they were lovers, though. But if they did have a past life, I think what I'm getting here is they may have been part of a family. I had to double check this. I'm not really good at past life things, but I got a new beginning in the home, but it could be a child in the home. I'm getting sort of a family feel here. So it's possible they could have been brothers or cousins or part of an extended family. There may have been a lifetime that they had together. Guides are not focusing on that. They're just more like, this is the agreement they had for this lifetime. It's not like, oh, I had this lifetime and we needed to work something out. I'm not getting karma between them in that way. I get a sense that they just made the agreement for this lifetime. That seems to be mostly what I'm getting. And what was that contract? What is this contract? It has something to do with the divine feminine, bringing in the divine feminine, uprooting corruption with the Four of Pentacles reversed. It's uprooting greed and materialism and secrets and dark money as the feminine rise in. That would make way for Kamala, for the Queen of Wands. So there is an agreement there. I'm also getting a little bit more information. You had this fantasy world, right, with the unicorn. There was like this fantasy world. And then Trump is like a lightning bolt on peace, which grounds us all to the earth, which grounds us all into reality. They made an agreement with that he would be that. And this is reiterating it again. Trump is the talk, the tongue, the speech, getting a real snake-like feel here. He had the seducing speech. Biden is the rock, the stability. The door is open to possibilities. But first, he brings the chaos, the tornado. It's as if they made an agreement that, like, Trump is a chaos maker, that he would come in, uproot all of this stuff as the feminine rose to make way for Kamala. And there would be a door of opportunity. So did they complete the contract? I kind of feel no, not yet. I feel like it's a story that isn't over. It's probably not over till one of them leaves. That's kind of what I'm feeling, because think about it. The election is still in motion. And if he was there to open the door to opportunity, to bring in Kamala, to uproot this corruption in our government, to allow the chaos and the storm to do that, then this is a story that hasn't finished yet. So I feel like it's still in play. I think it's still in play. That is my video today with your questions that were on my community board. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share my videos with all your friends. As always, I really appreciate your support and comments. Until next week, you all have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.
It's game over.